Quick note. I'm never doing this again. Never
Getting
doing
a new
this.
camera?
Never getting a new camera. Never getting a new sign. This is it. Like, I'm never ever doing this shit again. It's overrated. It's all bullshit. Like, just do a good show. Who gives a fuck? Because like, it's wall surgery day today. Like, I'm hacking away at my wall for this thing. I know it's a very slight thing, but I can't get this shit lined up. You see what I mean right here?
Mm-hmm.
And then up
I know
top.
exactly what you mean.
Up top, I can't get that shit lined up. I've got everything. It's all good. And I can't do it. And it's driving me insane. And now that person who told me white balance a little bit, that's driving me nuts because I'm looking down at my shirt and then I'm looking down at this and the math ain't mathing. I'm with it again. Right now, while you're watching me, I'm going to it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can see it's got some more sepia tones coming in.
Hold on.
There you go.
That's too much. I look jaundiced. And that's not what color my wall is. See, it doesn't work. What's the other thing I can use?
I have no idea.
That's too saturated. That's not what color my Morgan wall in it. And now I'm getting dark. Look at
Oh my God.
Lurks. Sharpness.
What was a show like this doing in a man like that?
Sharpness. Now I'm sharper. Darren sharper. Oh,
Sharper image.
Sharper doesn't really do much.
So the new sign is in. I'm excited for tonight.
I'm not excited. Who told you that it would be up tonight? Who told you that horse shit?
Nobody. I just you made it sound.
This is too light. This isn't what I look like. This looks better.
But if you do it so it doesn't look terrible, you look incredibly like.
I don't look right.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I don't look right. I want to look right. That's not what color my wall. See, this is the problem I'm having.
That's not the color of
That's
your
not
wall.
what my shit looks like. That looks well. I'm sure I look fine.
I'm sure you're good.
I'm sure I'm fine. I'm sure.
You know what? If you just don't look at it, you won't notice.
Can I tell you something else? It could look like $1 million with this audience tell me.
No.
Here's what I'm doing. You know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going back. Oh, my God, no.
Holy Lord.
You know what that is? You know what I just hit?
The 70s?
I hit default. Oh, shit, and it stayed. Oh, no. I went
now we
to the
gotta
default.
tweak everything again.
Alrighty. There's that. What if I just hit auto on everything?
See what happens? I mean, you could try.
Yeah, and don't say like, oh, the autofocus going great. It looks fine. And does this look fine? Yes, this probably looks fine. I look great. I look wonderful. It looks amazing. So our no begging Tuesday through Friday went well.
Awesome.
So then all the people that complain about begging the steel toe, there's literally people who watch every second of steel toe and they count whenever we say PayPal Streamlabs or we mention the goal, which we do every time we get somebody who donates to the program to keep them updated.
In case someone just got in and is new and is like, hey, I like this. How
so
can I be one of those?
Instead of being like, wow, I'm going to have to find something else to complain about, Steel Toe isn't doing the begging bit this week. Instead, They go, well, every time they get a donation, that counts as begging. And they start logging that. And I'm like, bro, I think this is like the dictionary definition of coping.
I don't know what it is, but it is extremely sad. You mean you watch a show you don't like with like a ticker, like they did it again. They did it again. Look, that's 6 times. Like,
and you know what the own is? They made money. It's the own. Oh, and then when we start hitting the goal, they go, oh, and this one, by the way, this was totally fake. They just make up in their brain that it was fake because they don't like that their plan backfired on them. It's beautiful.
I have to know with these people because for the last few months they've been stacking up like punches in the face. At what point do they just realize, let's stop calling shots because they're coming right at me?
They're having a really hard time with the plea deal, which I don't understand because I had to plead guilty to a misdemeanor, which is, I would advise, the youth of America, this is not a good thing. You shouldn't behave that way. That was a really shitty thing to do. That sucks. And you should, you shouldn't do those things. And they're like, they can't handle the fact that it was just that because they listened to a brain damaged retard tell him I was dead to rights on the felony. They listened to a guy who can't make his car payments say he's going to have to eat the felony on this one. And then they get mad at me, the guy who's told them the truth from the very beginning. I've told you the straight dish. I've been your pal. I've been your friend. I've gone, guys, by the way, no jail time, no felony. There's just going to be a fine. And I've said that for months. And then I said, guys, there's a deal on the table now. And it's exactly what the deal ended up being. And they just go, no.
It's weird, too.
It's very strange.
Someone was in my show last week, like, are you going to do a show yourself Monday morning? And it's like, so apparently, I guess the belief was you weren't going to be here to do a show Monday?
I guess
I was
not.
just like, all right, you keep hoping for that and just see who's disappointed. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So then when the $50 fine came out and it's in writing, their new cope was, no, that's just a court fee. Like, no, it's not a court. A court fee would be more like $200. A court fee is more than what my fine was. Like some people have paid court fees when they get it. If you fight a speeding ticket, a lot of times you'll get a court fee. They'll say you got to pay the fine for the ticket and here's a court fee added on. So no, it's not a court fee. It's the actual fine. Like, if you're smart, like this is my thing. I have to tell people how to properly hate me because they keep getting in their own way. What you do is you say, I had to plead guilty to a misdemeanor. I lost $50. They're basically taking an L for me and like pitching it as a W. And I'm like, okay. Oh yeah. People are comparing the pretty antisocial girls to play Misty for me.
Oh,
Baba Shab says Aaron's wearing his Bret Hart shirt just for me. Oh yeah, Sam Show. This is actually true. They've got Word documents on their hard drives named after me. This is not a joke. They have spreadsheets and Word documents for me.
This is going to be the clip that's played on the
at my funeral.
Whatever the. Well, no, like the Real Mysteries show, if that's still a thing. Like, if you know anyone who may have seen Aaron Imholt or these two streamers, call 1-800-MYSTERY.
It's going to be a true crime podcast on me, my disappearance.
You're going to be a Lifetime movie, but not in the way you thought.
Oh, and then there's that girl Friday who should probably be fired from her paralegal gig. She got everything wrong about my deal. She was coping and saying that my $50 fine is a court fee, which... No, retard. It's in the plea deal as the fine. But anyway, she believes. Now, I thought she was just a fan of yours. And remember I was having fun with her that one time when you were on, and I'm just yelling and being funny and silly.
And I love him. He's cutting in here like, oh, who gives a shit?
Well, she thought I was serious.
Okay.
And then she goes, no, I've been on Johnny's show secretly driving a wedge between Aaron and Johnny. It's my mission. And it's working. And again, it's the Thanos thing where you're like,
oh, honey, I got some really bad news for you.
And it's like the Thanos thing where you're like, I don't even know who you are. So now she's got an Excel spreadsheet on me. Like they're talking to her and she's like, let me bring up my Excel spreadsheet on Aaron. And it's like, girls, you're insane. You're a little nutty. You're a bit out.
Don't you
there.
have anything else to be doing right now? A cat?
And they also, like,
neither
neither of them understand what a W that is for us.
Right. Like, you're taking your free time to make a spreadsheet about me.
And then,
do you circle it with a heart?
Cunnilingo TV says, she said she was using Johnny as a pawn in the war against Aaron. Psycho bitch.
I love people that think that like they're using me in some sort of thing against you, like we don't ever talk or anything, and it's just no. Yeah, well, no, I'm pitching him against.
Not only that, they'll do things with you, thinking I've seen it,
right?
And I'm like, guys, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like
and
it really
I don't
is.
give two shits on my show. I talk a bunch of smack about everything, so I don't give a.
Yeah, it's the people who follow Steelzo like to like. Create spreadsheets and stuff about it. what I really love about them is their lack of ability to see how crazy they are, because you don't have to, like, you and I don't have to keep quiet about it. Like, shh, if they know we know they're nuts, they'll stop being nuts.
Yeah.
They will convince themselves that them being completely insane and us knowing is totally an L. Yeah, it's totally an L for us. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Like, we get to go, holy shit, look at these crazy broads. And then meanwhile, they're like, yes, yeah, us, right? Oh, look at Air. Like, I think they just want my attention because it's got to be a crush, right?
It's got to be some sort of weird fascination thing. I don't know what the you do to these women. I don't know if I want to know.
I drive them nuts. They're sending me all sorts of pictures, and I'm like, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
He's got the Midas touch when it comes to beef curtains. Dude, I don't understand what the hell you're doing, because it's, again, like, I sell a shirt that's literally a picture of you that someone made for Cucko the Clown.
Yeah.
I asked openly for the AI doll mock-up for my show today. We're driving a wedge. Right, because these two don't around with each other to a point. I shared the Chad Boozmock thing and said, but the resemblance. What wedge are you guys driving?
Mean-spirited, you sharing that. I just want to let you know I'm holding a grudge about that, and it's gonna drive a wedge between this.
It's gonna drive a wedge. Well, don't worry. If you tip the wedge over, I can use it as a ramp.
Great. McBuster's saying the pretty anti-funny girls do have a crush on you, but Gag Friday is psycho. Yeah, I think she's probably a little too.
I haven't heard from her for a couple of days.
Yeah, she's probably, maybe she checked into an institution.
I've never noticed.
She might have checked
because I don't pay attention outside of my show, and I guess I was being manipulated. I didn't know that.
Let's go to Honky with $1. Says, ask the pretty anti-climax girls who they would prefer babysit their kids, Aaron, Nick, or Melton. They'll choose Melton out of fear. Yeah, that is kind of a weird E-daddy that they picked. But look, some people do anything for a little bit of clout, including have a dossier on me and think that I'm wearing shirts to send secret messages to them.
Dude, actually, you should get like a single package of white shirts, write whatever messages on them, randomly wear them. People will try and decipher what the it means.
I don't hate it. Hi, Haley, and then put a Doberman face on it.
There you go.
Honky with $1 says, theory, do you think Melton's loose lips in October, November, and April's wacky tweet storm are related? It's as if he was relying on her to reveal some earth-shattering deets on you to aid his crusade. No, they're not really related. April was just whacked out on whippets the entire time and was probably suffering some sort of brain damage.
That whip.
I mean, she was calling Keanu and bawling her eyes out about how, you know, she was being psychologically and mentally abused and yelled at all the time and being swore at and all this other shit. So, and then like huffing nitrous while she was on the phone with her. So no, I don't. You're looking for calculation with extremely stupid people. And I don't even mean that as an insult. I just mean that as an observation, as a fact. You're alleging cohesion where there's no ability to do so. I mean, we're talking about, you know, the Keystone Cops over here. We're talking about Farva, and you're talking about running a consolidated campaign.
You're talking about blind people playing 3D chess. They can give it a go, but it's going to be a mess.
So, I appreciate the theory. I like, anyone who's got a theory, I appreciate, but I don't think that one's checking out. Oh, did you see I made Fox 9 again?
Again? What did you do now?
Yeah, they reported on my on the plea deal.
Aw.
Ask me if they called me for any comment.
Did they call? No, they didn't.
No, of course not. That would be a journalistic thing to do. Calling the source for a comment on the story. That would be...
Who the hell do you think you are? Keanu C. Thompson? Like you're going to get some sort of on-air time?
I got to get shot at for that. Right. You really got to roll the dice. Yeah, I found out what not only what a hack job Fox 9 is, but also how much they still hold that Jason Matheson thing against us.
Oh, they're still pissed.
They're still really pissy about the Jason Matheson thing. Because, like, CARE 11, KSTP, WCCO, they haven't written a word about it because it's not that big a deal.
Nobody gives a shit.
Hey, this guy pled to a misdemeanor. What'd he do? He texted his friend a picture. And it's like, okay, that really seems like something that shouldn't even be like a big deal for any of us. Seems like we got a lot of shit to talk about, and that's not one of them. And then, Fox 9 is the only one, and the reason is very simple. They got really, they're still not happy.
They're cowpoed at the drive-thru.
Yeah, they're still not happy about
And you're Dave 25 in this scenario.
Yeah, they're still mad about the Jason Matheson thing. 100%. God damn, they can hold a grudge, huh?
Oh, man.
You got it.
At least they know how to pick their shots.
Right? It's kind of impressive, the fact that we're still in their head after all these years.
Right?
Oh, one of Melton's people has a conspiracy theory on the Fox 9 thing.
Okay.
One of Melton's minions is accusing Johnny of talking to his brother, who has connections to media, who contacted Fox 9 to cover Aaron. It's all you, Johnny.
My brother doesn't have connections to media. He did like in the 90s.
I will say this. The desperation will never stop making me laugh.
Also, the media connections were for Care 11, which is not a Fox affiliate.
And I didn't even get on Care 11.